Hello, everybody. We're live again for a market recap for Monday. We'll check what's going on in the markets. I have a bunch of sources and new news to go over, and we'll jump into it right now. Actually, before we start, we can go over general market conditions here. It has not been, well, the end of October just closed, so we do have the monthly candle finally done. Here it is. The monthly candle for Bitcoin ended off at minus almost 4%. We were hoping for a green month to end it off, but it is what it is. It did break a 7 Octobers in a row pattern of green candle closes for the month of October, but it is what it is. But we should be seeing we are in a dip right now. We should be seeing a nice pump in Q4. Q4 is a strong quarter for Bitcoin and crypto in general. So let's jump into some sources. Here we go. Yeah, Bitcoin may rebounded after October dip. After 4.5% drop in October, breaking a 6-year winning streak. LMAX strategist Joel Kruger says it's likely a pause, not a reversal, which is nice. A lot of people panic after these drops, but like I say a lot, if you are in it for the long run, if you're in Bitcoin for the long run, these drops and dips are just show the strength, how it will reverse. Yeah, it's like it's not a pause, or likely a pause, not a reversal. Here's a clip from 60 Minutes Overtime. Trump saying, "I only care about one thing. Will be number one in crypto." We'll see here.
I only care about one thing. Will we be number one in crypto? Crypto has turned out, and in that sense, I've been right. Crypto's turned out to be a massive industry, if you want to call it that. And I'm very proud to say that we are far and away ahead of China and everybody else. Now, China's getting into it very big right now. If you want to go after people, you're going to kill that industry, and it'll be very bad. Tremendous number of jobs. I campaigned positively on crypto, very openly.
We will be number one. China is getting into crypto, which is honestly a benefit for everybody. The more people getting into the crypto market, the better. But obviously, President Trump is trying to be the leader in crypto and just blockchain in general, because it is the future of digital currency, and if you're the one front running it, there's massive gains in that. Here, over $680 million in crypto positions were liquidated in 4 hours, with 647 million from longs and 33 million from shorts. A lot of people getting liquidated. Obviously, trade with your leverage. Just trade cautiously. Obviously, put your stop losses. You don't want to get liquidated, obviously, but it's a lot simpler than it sounds. But you can never foresee these crypto liquidations. But obviously, try to trade smart. Do your research. Bitcoin bull run patterns. These kind of bull run images circle almost daily at this point during the whole bull run. 2011, 8 months total, bear trap in month 6. 2013 at 9 months total, bear trap in month 5. 2017, 11 month total, bear trap in month 7. 2021 was 10 months total, bear trap in month 6, and then 2025 6-month almost ended. Bookmark this. Yeah, so saying this is the bear trap. If we compare that to the chart, I guess we could do the weekly. We're at, after peaking at 126, we are down 15%, which is, it's substantial, but it is just chilling at these lows. Obviously, it'll be a little worse if we continue pushing down past, but there is some support here, hopefully leading us to come back and break up to 130 by the end of the year, 140. A lot of people have their predictions. I have some more sources we're going to jump into for predictions, but as of now, Bitcoin is in a dip. This is the time to buy, of course, but you never want to buy completely. Don't throw all your eggs in at once. Obviously, you could DCA. I have another DCA fact coming up. Let's continue here. Oh yeah, right, it's right here actually. Oh, it's loud. $50 weekly DCA since 2022. So like not even that long. If you DCA'd $50 per week, which isn't too much if you're getting paid bi-weekly, $50 a week is really not that much. But this is comparing cash to gold and Bitcoin if you were to DCA weekly. Let's restart this. You can see at the start they are similar, and then they will start to break off. Which there we go. Yeah, you can just see Bitcoin. I'll pause at the end here, right here. So obviously this straight line right here is just traditional cash. Obviously it won't dump up. It'll just continue. You're just putting $50 weekly since 2022. So for the past 3 years. Gold, obviously recently gold has been performing very well. So here towards the end, it did pump a bit, but very similar for the first 2 years to just cash, obviously, and Bitcoin, because you're just investing a bit by bit. It won't move too much for the first little bit, but after here 2024 2025 bull run kicks in, that $50 just skyrockets here. By the end, you have obviously 10K if you continue to leave it in a normal bank account. If you invested $50 per week in gold, that would move up to 18,000. So you'd make 8,000 more just by investing in gold, and then 28,000, almost 27,000 or 29,000 in Bitcoin. You're making an extra $18,000 just by DCAing into Bitcoin. Obviously, if you're getting paid bi-weekly or weekly, it's honestly a no-brainer. It's just a game of time. You do it long enough. Like this is basically, if you like, all you got to do, like for in this case, setting aside $50 per week, which isn't too hard for a lot of people. Obviously, it does come down to your own circumstances, but you can't ignore these gains. Here, here's a final frame. Let's switch back here. Here's Grant Cardone on Altcoin Daily with a Bitcoin prediction.
Because I know the audience is going to be spamming this in the comment section. What is your Bitcoin price prediction?
Oh, you want a price prediction?
Well, why not? You're an investor, right?
Yeah, I bought it last Friday. I bought it 2 Fridays ago on Flash Crash at 108. I bought 200 pieces that day, and I bought 300 pieces the next week at 108. I bought it at 93,000, 105, 75. I bought a shitload at 75. I was giving it at 500. I think my price prediction is more. I think we could get to 160 before the end of the year. And I think that $1 million is easily attainable in the next 5 years, maybe sooner.
5 years.
I could see it there at 3 years.
Interesting. I like that. Let me ask you this, Grant.
What is your price prediction?
I mean, I've certainly drank the Kool-Aid, obviously. I'm a believer. I've been, since Bitcoin was under 60K a year or so ago, I've been saying I think Bitcoin could hit 150K this year. And now that we're closing in on the year, I think we could get 150K. I think Bitcoin, very conservative, like Bitcoin clears at least this price by 2030, which is in 5 years. I think we at least get to 500,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah, 150K, 140K, 160K. A lot of the price predictions for Bitcoin by the end of the year do hover around there. We do have 2 full months left, all of November, all of December. We are honestly not in too bad of a spot. Obviously, we did drop down to 107, but at this point, this is a good dip to propel us up towards the 130, 140, 150 mark. But we'll see. But with time, and Q4 is always a good quarter. Actually, before we watch that, here Adam Black's quote: "Dips exist to transfer Bitcoin from weak hands to stronger hands." A lot of people panic when dips are occurring, but if you're there and you're ready, it's always a good time. Obviously, at some point, it gets it gets annoying to just keep hearing buy the dip, but it is true. If you're DCAing, you're always buying the dip. Just buying every week, buying every 2 weeks. It's always a good option. But yeah, a lot of the weaker hands get shaken out with these big dips in crypto, because it's just how it is. It's been like this since it came out in 2013. But yeah, the people who will keep holding it, who like Altcoin Daily said, drank the Kool-Aid. People are in this for the long run. So people who are in it for the short term, they're just gonna get shaken out with these big moves. But if you believe in it and you're in it for the long run, it's a no-brainer. Here's Tom Lee, one of the most bullish people especially for ETH, claiming on CNBC that Bitcoin can still hit 150K to 200K by the end of this year. Here's a short clip.
I want you to quit while you're ahead, but I have to ask you about Bitcoin. I mean, you want to go out on a limb there too? Because it's weak again today, 107. Go below 100 or no?
Well, Bitcoin, I mean, if I look at everything since October 10th, because that was the biggest liquidation in the history of crypto, like bigger than FTX.
Like a margin call almost.
Yeah, it was like almost a miniature rupture, like a tsunami. We're only a couple weeks from that, so I think the market is consolidating. But if I look at fundamentals, like Ethereum, stablecoin volumes have been exploding, application revenues at all-time highs. So right now, fundamentals are leading price in crypto. So I think eventually we consolidate and then we rally into year end.
To where, 150?
Yeah, I think we can still get to 150,
150K by the end of the year. Price prediction. That's where almost everybody, all these main people are predicting 120, 130, 140, 150. Obviously, it's a huge spread, but like I said, here, let me show you the Bitcoin returns. This has been what I've been looking at for the last month, basically almost every day. You can see here for October. Let me switch your view. I'll make it look a little tighter here. Here we go. October has always been a good year for crypto, for Bitcoin specifically. Obviously, we did end up breaking negative for this October 2025, breaking this streak of 6 in a row of green closes. Green closes by a good amount. Obviously, here's 10%, 28%, 5%, 40%. We did end up not too big of a close, only a 3.69% close in the negative. Currently, obviously, still riding that negative in November, but we are only about a day in, 2 days in. But continuing to see November, December have also had their fair share of green candles. If we look up here to the Bitcoin quarterly returns, Q4 does have the biggest average return of 78.31% average and a median return of 47%. If we do see this median return of 47%, which is huge, obviously, like we'll jump into the chart here, a jump of 47% would put us right here up to $158,000. This is where some people like that clip we just saw are predicting it. Obviously, 158. If we do end up, obviously, even just a smaller jump up to 130, which is just like I say, very attainable, even just by the end of November, which is huge. We can jump. That's only about a 21% move. Historically, is not that far fetched. Obviously, with 47% average, that's huge. Let's jump into the next. Here's just normal price predictions here. Bitcoin dips below 106 as almost $600 million in crypto longs are liquidated over the past hour. This was this morning, almost through it was only like an hour ago. Yeah, people are getting liquidated. Obviously, if you are trading with leverage, trade responsibly. Obviously, you know the do's and don'ts, but you just don't want to get liquidated out here in these markets. Play safe, play with a stop loss, never just leave your orders open, no stop loss, you know. It is easier said than done, but people will get liquidated. That's a fact. Obviously, with these big swings, 108 went down to 105. We did come back up. We are at 107 currently, so not bad. We are at the top of the screen. We are almost at 50,000 subscribers. We should be on track to hit that this month. We will have a huge giveaway going, so stay tuned for that. We will be posting a video when we hit that. But continuing here, yeah, this is like the chart we just looked at. Bitcoin ends October in red for the first time in 6 years. First red in 6 years. We now step into Bitcoin's historically most significant month for gains, November, with an average increase of 42. Yeah, like I was just saying, 42% since 2013, meaning Bitcoin could surpass 160,000 this month if history rhymes. Yeah, this is what we just checked out. If we do have that average gain of 42%, we will be sitting at about 160 by November, not even December, which is huge. If you guys have any price predictions for crypto this month or by the end of the quarter, drop them in the chat. We can talk about those. But most people, like here, Adam Black saying Bitcoin, these dips are changing Bitcoin from weak hands to stronger hands. Obviously, people are diamond handing Bitcoin for years. It's a normal thing for people to do here. Tom Lee saying we can get to 150. Historically, we should be hitting 150 by the end of November. That's huge. And then Grant Cardone also predicting 150 to 160 with Altcoin Daily. Also in that same ballpark. We do see a lot of these people in the same range. We have some more. November has crushed every other month historically, averaging over 43% in returns. Everybody's reporting this currently. You can see this graph here. November has historically been the strongest comparatively to all the other months. September, the only negative month historically, with only negative by 1.32%. But November, with a huge historical significance, basically double the closest, which was October. And now we are in a good spot. The people are buying the dip. We have some sources here, like, yeah, Tom Lee, he's bullish on it, like that clip we just saw. But Tom Lee's BitMine immersion has acquired additional $300 million in Ethereum. boosting its total ETH to $13.7 billion of Ethereum, which is huge. He's stacking Ethereum. He's one of the biggest believers in Ethereum. We can't jump into the chart here. The ETH chart. Let's switch this to the view for you here. You can see here it did dip down to, it's now sitting at 36.72. All-time high sitting right up here at 49.55. We are only about 34% away from all-time highs. People are buying the dip slowly. The ETFs are booming. A lot of people are moving into these markets slowly but surely. People are starting their retirement funds in crypto, and just general, the crypto is now incorporated in normal banking apps. In a lot of countries now, the ETFs are the BlackRock's iBet ETF has been seeing a lot of movement these past couple months. Here you can see, drop anything in the chat if you want to discuss it, or any price predictions. We can go over those. Here's some breaking news. An insider trader just shorted the entire market with $750 million from two newly created wallets right before President Trump's announcement. He made $52 million in profit in only 3 hours. This obviously can't be legal, this insider trading. A lot of people do suspect it to be Barron Trump, Donald Trump's son, because very similar insider trading happened when I think it was October 10th or not, October 9th, when Trump announced those tariff news. There was an anonymous trader who shorted millions of dollars. I believe he made, I think it was around like 70 or 90 million dollars that day, with one of their last trades getting put in literally 3 minutes before Trump tweeted the tariff news. And obviously we can see the candle here. If we go on the weekly, this candle right here, let's go to the Bitcoin candle. This one right here, go to the daily so you can see this huge black candle with the huge black wick was that news. An insider trader traded, opened multiple $1 million of short positions, and millions of people got liquidated from here, and they made way too much money. Honestly, this insider trading is crazy. Do people expect it to be Barron Trump? Obviously, it's not legal in the slightest. But yeah, literally just today, making $52 million. Absolutely crazy. With these drops in the market, though, MicroStrategy bought 397 Bitcoin worth $45 million, putting their total to 641,200 Bitcoin. The biggest public company with Bitcoin holdings. I think it's right here. Let me see if this is, they're up to 641. Yeah, this is updated. Here, I'll squeeze this into frame. Right here. This is the top 100 companies holding the Bitcoin top 100 list. Obviously, Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy just updated to 641,205 Bitcoin, which is like astronomical. Like, let me calculate this one for you guys. Here, we could actually do this right on the stream. Calculator. With his as we speak, with his 641,205 Bitcoin times the current price of 107,400 times 107,400. MicroStrategy is currently holding $68 billion, almost $69 billion in Bitcoin. Let's see who's but yeah, the top, I was going over this this stat a couple days ago on stream. We were looking at the here up to the top 16, they are all US companies except for MetaPlanet, a Japanese company, holding 30,000 Bitcoin, which is obviously huge. Because the different, you can see the huge difference here from number 1 and number 2 here. Let me do that. Here we go. It's easier for you guys. The jump between first and second, MicroStrategy and Marathon Digital, almost 600,000 Bitcoin holdings different, which is huge. In total, we can see here, in total, the top 100 companies are holding just above 1 million Bitcoin in total. So you can see after the top 10 or top 16, you do start seeing some other companies jumping in different countries. We see some Chinese companies, I believe Singapore, Brazil, Germany, France, a lot of other countries, the UK, Japan, Canada. A lot of different companies have these huge corporations holding Bitcoin, but nobody can come near MicroStrategy holding 641,000 Bitcoin. Absolutely huge. Let's see here. Yeah, this week is a big week for crypto. Monday, Fed prints $50 billion. Tuesday, US-China deal signed. Wednesday, the job reports drop. Thursday is jobless data hits. Friday, we have inflation talk heating up. And Saturday, Trump fixes another toilet. Keep your eyes on the bags. Big movement this week for crypto. Yeah, drop something in the chat if you're looking what cryptos you're looking at, or what's your price prediction for Bitcoin and Ethereum by the end of this year. If you have any solid price predictions, we are having a giveaway at 50,000 subscribers, so keep your eyes open for that. We can continue down Twitter looking at some more sources. France voters to tax large crypto holdings, calling them unproductive wealth. Wow. France is not in line with the not look at crypto as productive wealth. That is crazy. You after seeing all these countries one by one making their own crypto funds and opening their ETFs for their citizens to buy, it's weird seeing France going the other way. I do predict in a couple of years, almost every country will have a Bitcoin fund behind them. In Hong Kong, to allow crypto exchanges to connect local entities with global order books, ending its ring-fenced trading models. Allow crypto exchanges to connect connect people on these exchanges with these huge buys and sells with the global order books. First spot, XRP ETF could launch in 2 weeks. ETF analyst Nate Garassi, says it would be the final nail in the coffin for anti-crypto regulations. Like, obviously, we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, which are huge. Millions of people millions of dollars in inflows are coming daily to these ETFs. if XRP is the next to be there, yeah, definitely final nail in the coffin for anti-crypto regulations. Crypto dashboard. Yeah, we can check the fear and greed index here on CoinMarketCap. Fear and greed currently sitting at 36% or 36. Here is the graph. Obviously, we were at a low. When was this? This was on the 10th or on the 20th. 16th. Yeah, we're down almost at 27. We're up to 36%, almost back up into the neutral zone. So we'll see if we can continue pushing all the way to the neutral zone. And push hopefully by the end of the year, like all these big names in crypto and finance are saying, aiming for a $150,000 end of the year, $160,000 Bitcoin. Yeah. If you have any price predictions, drop them in the chat. Hyperliquid tops all chains in fees over the last 24 hours, followed by EdgeX and Tron. I see this a lot. A lot of people are trading on Hyperliquid. These are over the last 24 hours are usually huge. Yeah, maybe they're charging a lot, but there's a lot of volume on that. Centralized World CZ pushing Aster again. I saw Aster was up a good bit this week after CZ was talking about it. Sunk cost maxing is killing crypto ability to build anything long term, says 10 Protocols Rosie Sargsine. Or this is Hong Kong. Hong Kong will allow licensed crypto exchanges to access global capital pools. It's like what we just saw. Crypto market cap is down 3% today to $3 trillion. Big red week for Bitcoin, but if you're here, obviously you've heard it enough. Buying the dip is what you got to do. Dollar cost average your way to $1 million. Bitcoin below. Yeah, this was 13 hours ago when it dropped down to 108. CZ proposed creating a private crypto bank in Kyrgyzstan. One year minus 2 days after the US elections. Wow. Wow, you could see this after the presidential election. Here. After the presidential elections, you can see the year chart. Since then, at the start of the year at $69,000 per Bitcoin, jump, and at 1 year later, almost what, $40,000 up at 107.74. That's huge. Let's see if there's anything else. Drop something in the chat if you want to look at it, or drop some price predictions for Bitcoin for this month. We need open source and verifiable self-driving cars. Is that a good take? Yes, everyone wants a flying car, but I did see Elon Musk talking about that, I think, on Joe Rogan's podcast, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. Coinbase is reporting late stage talks to acquire stablecoin startup BVNK in a $2 billion deal. That's huge. $2 trillion Citibank says it wants to be an on-ramp to the Bitcoin and crypto economy. It's coming. Let's see.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
What clients really want is back and you think about Citi, and you think about our Treasury and Trade Solutions business, we're in over 90 countries with clients. We have an expansive network that enables our clients to manage their liquidity, manage their payments, manage financings and vendors, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
What clients really want is the ability to be multi-border, multi-asset, and be able to do these things 24/7 all the time.
It sounds like a stable coin.
And our
makes
token
sense for that.
services business, our Citi token services business, enables our clients to do those things, and we're continuing to invest in that. Where stablecoin comes in is with this Genius Act. I think it creates an opportunity for us to be able to serve people who will be issuing stable coins and to have an option for those clients that we serve today.
Yeah,
whether it be
certainly.
reserving, whether it be on and off ramping, conversion from coin to cash, those are services we'll be able to provide. So we view that as an opportunity for us, but we feel very good about the competitive advantage we have with our network and with our Citi token services.
Absolutely.
Wow, yeah. Everyone's beginning to on-ramp Bitcoin and crypto, especially like he was saying with that Genius Act. The stable coins are becoming regular in finance. Slowly but surely, everyone will be on board. It's a matter of time. It's good looking for the long run. Then you here.
You know, I've said this, is I think the game of like, hey, buy a house because, you know, buy a house to get rich, I think it's over. I think that's over. Buy a house because, you know, you like it. It's in a good school system. It's a place to raise a family. It's safe. It's whatever. You like the location. But I don't, particularly when we overlay, you know, sort of the demonetization of housing of that Bitcoin is doing, right? Which is younger generation. I've been advocating to my sons. They all own some Bitcoin. Been advocating it for 5 years. Buy some Bitcoin, buy some Bitcoin, buy some Bitcoin. That Coinbase ad that was on TV, it was a 30-second ad during an NBA game back in May, was mind-boggling. Same house that was 1,000 Bitcoin in 2016 was 10 Bitcoin in 2020, and now it's, you know, 2 Bitcoin. And that house is going to 1 Bitcoin in the next 5 years. And 5 years after that, it's going to be half a Bitcoin. And 5 years after that, it's going to be a tenth of a Bitcoin. And that's my base case.
True. I don't think he's saying the real estate market's going anywhere, but he's definitely saying in relation to Bitcoin, obviously, in a couple of years, you'll be able to buy a house with half a Bitcoin, tenth of a Bitcoin, obviously, which is huge. Let's see here. Yeah, BTC. Well, this was 20 hours ago. Was 12% away from all-time highs. I think now it is a little farther here. Let's see. From all-time highs, we are 17% away from all-time highs on Bitcoin. And then Ethereum, we are about 35%. On Solana, we are 53%. BNB too, we can check here. BNB 37%. Yeah, there's some huge. We're not too far, but by the end of the year, obviously, if we have that 42% average on as of November, Bitcoin will be sitting at a nice 150K by the end of November, let alone by the end of the year. But yeah, that is it for this stream today. We should be going live multiple times this week. Make sure to check our website out. We have news, daily articles, everything on here. And our upcoming academy is going to be completely free for people who are new to Bitcoin. And we will continue posting on YouTube. And then, yeah, at 50,000 subscribers, we will be having a big giveaway. So keep your eyes out for that. So see you next time.